Hi, and welcome to Dramatic Knits. My name is Steve, also known as Dramatic Knits.
And I'm Callie, also known as Calsters.
And today is Sunday, May 10th, 2015. This is episode 209. If you're a returning viewer, thanks for coming back one more week. And if you're new, hopefully you enjoyed today's show and you come back in the future. So Callie's back with us.
I am.
Which is always nice.
It is.
Felt out of whack last weekend without having her here. But we'll be back in whack this week. I don't know.
I'm going to need you to stop using that phrase.
Okay,
Thanks.
I'll try. Anyway, we just had a wonderful McDonald's lunch together, and the weather is beautiful, and our lighting is good. So we're in a good mood to podcast. Dogs are relatively behaving, so that's always good. Ernest just went downstairs, but he'll probably be back up here, and both dogs are up here, so hopefully there's no barking. But if there is, fair warning. Dad isn't home to be watching said dogs, so we have to be watching said dogs, which means they're up here, and there could be barking. But we have a lot to show, and a lot to talk about, so that's always exciting. Week in review. I taught all week, and it was fine. Got to teach this week. I've got 3.5 more weeks. 3.5 more weeks. And I have a Monday off. What is that, Labor Day?
Memorial Day.
Memorial Day. I was getting them switched up. So, looking forward to that. But the finish line is in sight, so that's good. And I pretty much, one of my colleagues and I, we pretty much laid out all of our lessons for the rest of the year. So, and Ernest wants to come say hi. Say hello. He loves his Auntie Callie, don't you?
That's true.
So, that's pretty much been my week, besides dying OMG squee every night. But that's a good problem to have, as my leading man tells me, so. I can't think of anything. We did go to knit night.
We did.
Which was good.
Mm-hmm.
And, we went to Potbelly's for dinner.
Yes.
I had not been to Potbelly's since I was in college, so over 6 years ago. But I remembered what I always get, and it was good, and so I enjoyed it.
It's good. So my last 2 weeks have been good. It's been really, really busy and really, really chaotic, and I am looking forward to having a break here soon with ZK. I'm telling myself it's sooner than it really is.
And I'm on the opposite end. I'm like, I got more than a month to get stuff together because I got a lot of work to get done once the school gets out.
So I'm really excited. Last weekend I wasn't here recording because I did have plans that I had kind of slightly forgot about with another friend of mine from work, and it was good. We both really love the Pioneer Woman, Ree Drummond. And so we spent the day making different recipes from her various cookbooks. My coworker and friend made her orange glaze rolls, which were very delicious. Then she made a steak pizza that it wasn't bad. I just think that under different circumstances it would have been better. And so then I made a 16-minute pasta dish, pasta puttanesca, which was really good. If you like olives, I'd highly recommend it. If you're not a fan of olives, then it's probably not the dish for you. And then I made homemade French toast, and that was really delicious. If you'd like to see photos, you can follow me on Instagram at Calsters88. Yes. I just had to log into my Instagram account, and I went through 4 passwords before I hit the right one, and I was like, this tells you how much I'm on it just as logged in. So, and my shirt is I Am Project Life. It's Project Life by Becky Higgins, and that was my main goal for our crafting food day with my coworker. So I actually this year in July will mark 5 years since I was awarded a fellowship with my college, and I went and studied the media influence on the civil rights movement and vice versa, the civil rights influence on the media, and I went through Little Rock, Memphis, Montgomery, Alabama, Selma, Alabama, and just pretty much every state in between. But it was a 2,100-mile road trip by myself. So I finally scrapbooked everything, and I did it with Project Life, which was really awesome. I can't speak highly enough of the product. So if you are into scrapbooking and you have a ton of stuff to go through, like I had over 600 photos. Like I take a lot when I travel, and so it really made me pare down to what photos I wanted to use to tell the story. So that was really good, and you can do as many or as few photos as you want. So if you are interested, I would check it out, or you're more than welcome to message me on Ravelry or hit me up on Instagram. So that was good. It was good to get that done because, 5 years has been quite a long time to wait for it, but it was good to get it done. So work's been crazy, like you said, just getting ready for everything. I just got an email yesterday from my boss saying that the whole state of Illinois for U of I is going to be up for a national civil rights compliance review, and that no vacation time is going to be permitted from July 13th through July 17th, which would be SSK week. And so I emailed her back and I said, hey, I put this in like January for my vacation request. Is it still going to be honored? And she was like, yes, you just still need to be accessible by phone. To which my response was, yes, I will be, because I'll be in Tennessee, not like out of the country. And I said the only time that I won't be able to pick up is if I'm using the restroom or I'm being kidnapped from a rest stop. So she laughed and she said, you'll be fine. She said, just make sure you have your phone on. So yay for putting in vacation time. Like I put in vacation requests like pretty much between 6 to 8 months in advance. So yay for planning ahead. So that's pretty much all I have.
Fun stuff. Right, let's get to the knitting. I have some FOs. So I have 2 things taking a bow this week. And the first thing I finished was the Though She Be But Little, She Is Fierce Shawlette by Rena Varsakis. I knit it using a riot of colors. Is it a 50-50?
I believe so.
80-20 superfine
I was just kidding.
alpaca silk in the Midnight Rendezvous colorway, size 3 US 3.25.
I was just testing you.
I think it came out to a decent size. Again, it calls for a light fingering weight, about 500 and some odd yards. I used about 500 and some odd yards of sport weight. I did go up to a 3 from a 2.5. And so here it is.
It turned out really lovely.
And I have an intended recipient. And I need to take model shots of it today with Callie. And then I will probably get it into the mail with something else later. The only thing I don't like, I didn't know it was going to be that pointy. It didn't look that pointy on the pattern page, but it is what it is. And so there we go.
I like it a lot.
There she blows. So, whoever gets this from me, when you get it, and if you watch this, you're going to be like, I smell a little bit of Steve's cologne on it. Yeah. But I did just freshly launder myself, so, and this. Oh, now, of course, trying to model or judge it in a camera is not easy. I thought this was a joy to knit. It's very, very simple. So if you're looking for a lace project or a lace knit along and you've never done lace before, this would be considered lace. Mesh is a lace, a type of lace. Mm-hmm. The yarn was nice. It's a little bit fuzzy, but that's the alpaca. I did not have any dye come off of my hands, but when I soaked it, there was a lot of excess dye in this. I don't know if that's what she intended to do to try to get this color, but there was a lot to the point where if you put your hand in the water, you couldn't see your hand anymore. So I understand that there are some some bleeding dye issues when you rinse, especially hand dyed. I get that. I hand dye yarn. But there was a lot. So just fair warning of that. This is a dark purple, reddish purple, which reds and blues are very hard to set. I get that. But just want to put that out there. Yeah. So I finished that. The second thing I finished yesterday were the Boyhood socks out of Leading Men Fiber Arts Showstopper in the Boyhood colorway. I had finished this one first because it has the shop tag on it. There's a shop sample that we used at YarnCon. And I finished this one yesterday. So from the Dicky Doo all the way down, I did over half the foot in the toe this week. And these are not washed or blocked yet. I may put them on just to get a modeled shot of them today because it's not going to really matter if they're washed or blocked. But Andy was excited to see them finished, and he likes them. So, and again, the swirling and cooling is a happy accident. I have somebody else who said theirs didn't do that. Obviously, they're probably using a tighter gauge and different stitches. But, so these are done. 2 finished objects! Crazy sauce. So,
Very cool.
that's what I finished this week. I'm going to take this off. It's a little warm today. Plus, I don't want my cologne, actually on there. So, I thought about wearing it all the whole show, but...
Oh.
That's a decent size, seeing as that's half.
Yes.
Did you finish anything?
I did not. I was really close to being finished with my shawl, but...
But she'll talk about that when she goes into her when knitting attacks.
Oh. I was just thinking when I walked in, I was carrying our lunch with me, and the dogs weren't, attracted to the smell of the lunch. They were attracted to my legs because I put lotion on them, and the lotion's from Perfectly Posh. It's an independent, kind of like Tupperware type business, and all of their ingredients are natural. I didn't say anything until now, but they were gnawing at my legs. They were like, so anyways, the scent is called Scrumptious Sunshine, and it just made me think of that when you were like, cologne scent might be included. Neither
all right.
here nor there.
What is performing this week? Do you want to go first?
Sure. I have 2 things on my needles. One is the Balsam Hollow shawl, and I'm doing it in the extended size pattern. Sorry, I'm in the middle of the row. But I'm using Leading Men Fiber Arts Orchard Slope in the callback base, and it's going very well. I had to rip it out because I wasn't matching the stitch count that Paula has in the charts. So I ripped it out and I started over, and I'm going to email Paula because I think I fudged some numbers and just see if it was me, because I wasn't really totally paying attention to the numbers that she gives on she has kind of worksheet, check off boxes type thing, a row tally count. And so when I was doing that, it didn't match up, so I want to know if it was something I did or if it was a mistake in the pattern, because it could very well be me, and because I'm math challenged. So we'll see. But it's a lovely pattern. It's going very well. I would highly recommend it.
And she realized it's going to be ginormous.
Yes. Because, while I had this issue, because I was only 4 rows away from being done at knit night, which is on Tuesday for us, and so I had ripped back, or I had started ripping back before knit night on Sunday night, and then I was texting Steve. I was like, I don't understand this, maybe it's me, maybe it's, I don't know. And so, anyways, we were just talking about it over lunch, and he was like, you do realize I didn't do the extended size pattern?
Well, she was texting me I knew what she was talking about, and I told her over lunch, I'm like, I only did the regular size. I have no idea what the numbers should be or how the pattern transitions into the extended size. And she's like, oh, your shawl was the normal size? I said, yeah. She goes, that was pretty decent size on me to begin with.
Yeah.
She's like, this thing's gonna be huge.
It really will be, which, I mean, big deal. But then I was like, Well, I guess it could be like a baby blanket too for like my kids, my future non-existent kids. And so, anyhow, it's neither here nor there. The second thing I'm working on is the sockhead hat by someone that provided a free pattern on Ravelry. Go them. And
I think it's Kelly McClure. I could be wrong.
Sorry, I was just seeing which way.
You're a hot mess right now.
Shut up. So, anyways.
She's like, oh, you're making it worse.
So, anyways, I'm doing this on the jazzercise leggings, and it's going well.
What base?
Just
Showstopper.
Yeah.
I'm more used to it in a skein, so like feeling it in ribbing, I was like,
So I'm still in the ribbing part of that because I pretty much set this aside and did this only when I was
You look like you're close.
Yeah.
Less than an inch.
I'm almost out of ribbing nightmare-ness. It's not bad, it's just ribbing for 4 inches.
Is that all you're working on?
Yes, I'm sorry that it's not 8 projects.
I don't have 8. I have my normal 4. Alright, the first thing's the Norris sweater by Pam Powers out of local alpaca millspun. Worsted weight. Dyed in our royalty colorway. Size 8 US. 5mm. I didn't get much work. That's because I work on it for like 10 minutes. I'm like, I'm good, I can work on something else. I just am losing steam on this very quickly. But I think that this should hopefully be done once I'm done with this. It should be close to being done. Anyway, from the Dicky Doo above is where I knit. You can see I started decreases where the green markers are. I'm almost done with the first pattern repeat of decreases. So I then get to decrease a little more rapidly. It is what it is. Second thing I'm working on are the Show Off Stranded Socks by Anne Campbell. I'm using Into the World Gloucester sock in the Inara colorway. And I had set this aside for a while. I did that whole purple shawl in between because I had realized I didn't have enough yarn to finish the second sock. So as a reminder, here's the first sock. And I didn't have enough yarn, so I put a call out to you all, and 2 wonderful viewers got in contact and sent me 2 scraps of yarn, so I should hopefully have enough to finish the second sock. So I started it yesterday after I finished the shawl, and I'm using my, is it Flock Keepers or something? By Jelby. So I finished the, I don't even need to take it off. I finished the ribbing on the second sock. And I'm using DPNs. This is on size 1 US, which is 2.25mm, I believe. So that's going. I get to go into the patterning now. So, and that's in my Tangerine Designs bag that I got at SSK last year. The third thing I'm working on, I just picked up before the podcast. So my new LMFA, Leading Men Fiber Arts project is I picked up my OMG Squee boomerang again. And this was the initial test skein. The OMG Squee that you all got with your pre-orders has less white in it. Actually, no white. It should have no white in it. This one I had tried to put a little bit more white in between the colors. It looks a little pixelated on the screen. It's kind of cool. But yes, so this was an initial skein, and I cast this on and I knit this much at YarnCon. And I haven't touched it since, so this is getting actively worked on from here on out. And this is on a size, this is out of Leading Men Fiber Arts Show Stealer base, which is our MCM base in OMG Squee with 3 exclamation points, on a size 6 US 4mm. The last thing I'm working on in my kitchen counter crafter bag, triple shot bag, is the Neon Beast by Vera Valimaki. And I'm so close to incorporating the third color, but I'm not quite there. I have 2 more repeats to do. But This is, again, The Neon Beast by Vera Valimaki. I'm using Madeline Tosh Merino Light in Button Jar Blue, Dirty Panther, and I have Edison bulb to put in with this. So I've got 8 more rows and I can start incorporating the Edison bulb. But as you can see, I didn't get a whole lot of work on it, but the rows are getting a little bit longer. Not too bad, but I think it'd be so droopy and nice. I might keep this for myself. I don't know. I have to find the perfect outfit for it, you know? I might have a good t-shirt for it. I don't know. I just don't know. So that's what I am working on currently. So I have nothing in rehearsal at this point because I don't foresee myself finishing anything this week. Do you have anything in rehearsal?
Yeah, I do.
Would you care to share with our viewers?
Sassy a little bit much, aren't we?
It's a sweet tea. It's making me sassy.
I'm gonna start the baby blanket since I will have this done.
All right. So, I don't know why I'm picking this up because I gotta talk tomorrow. Behind the scenes, spinning. I finished some spinning. I finished some commission spinning, and I am super proud of it and happy. I finished the Fiber Nymph Dye Works 7525 BFL Silk in the Carnival colorway, and I got 434 yards of a 2-ply fingering weight. It is fractal spun. And I posted a really adorable picture on Instagram. I had it like kind of in like a swoop-de-swoop in my hand, and Corndog was like, I want in! So he's like off in the corner, and he's totes adorable, so check out my Instagram feed, Leading Men Fiber Arts. But, yeah, it's super soft, it's soft and deepened up after washing. The BFL Silk. And as always, Lisa does a wonderful job of dyeing, so this will be going off to its new home here shortly. Tomorrow, actually, once it's all washed and ready to go. So then I put a call out on Plurk, and the first person to respond was Ray Knits in WA, Washington, and she suggested my most recent acquisition of fiber, at least the ones you've seen, and that was Three Waters Farm Targhee in the Spring in My Heart colorway. This was my I'm sorry if you can hear a lawnmower. You probably shouldn't be able to, but my neighbor mows his lawn every other day. No, you think I'm kidding. Every other day he mows his lawn. That's why it looks perfect. Plus they pay, whatchamacallit, True Green. Anyway, this is the Targhee Spring in My Heart. This was my May shipment of my Three Waters Farm Top of the Month Club. So, it's gorgeous. I'm spinning it 2-ply fractal. And we'll see how it turns out. I'm still on the first 2 ounces. So that is what I'm spinning. In the spotlight, what are we watching and reading? I am all caught up on the following, all caught up on Bates Motel. I think both of them are coming upon their season finales. I think tomorrow is the following season finale. It's a 2-hour event, so we'll see. Still watching The Killing at Lunch. Not getting a whole lot of progress. Probably still on the same episode, in fact, as last week. But again, that's when I only get to watch 10 minutes a day. You know, it's kind of hard. We did watch Tammy last night. I finally got my leading man to sit down and watch it with me. I thought it was pretty good. I didn't think it was like a...
Want to own it?
Yeah, most definitely. But I didn't think it was like a can't stop laughing. I did laugh out loud quite a few times. But I also was really happy that it wasn't over the top with Melissa McCarthy. Sometimes she can be so over the top it's annoying, and I was afraid that that's what that was going to be like. But I think they did enough balancing of her over the top with
her growing as a character.
Right. So I enjoyed it. And then I'm still reading Dust and Shadow by... Oh, I can't read this. Can't read that little box. By Lindsay Fay. It's an account of the Ripper killings by Dr. John Watson. So I'm enjoying that. I think I have like just over an hour left. I'm listening to it. And so I'll let you know really my full thoughts on that next week. I should be done with it next week. So.
I'm still reading Tina Fey's Bossy Pants. If you think this is a long time, it is. Just because I don't read a whole lot. I get like 5 pages in, and then I'm like, oh, I'm tired. So
I went to Audible.
But anywho, either that or like it'll be 5 pages a night, or it'll be like 50, and I'll make like sweet progress. Then I'll put it down. It's nothing wrong with the book. It's just got stuff to do. The other thing, I'm trying to catch up on the DVR just because I've been so so busy with work, and to be honest, a lot of stuff's getting deleted without watching it, so that's okay. But last weekend I started watching a movie, and I really get sucked into documentaries just because like I like documentaries. It's just something I enjoy watching. So I stumbled upon a documentary on Scientology while I was at home last weekend, and I watched like the first hour of it, and then I was like, I've got to get stuff done. And so and I finished it today, and it was really interesting. Chances are, if you're watching this, you probably aren't a member of the Church of Scientology. There's just a lot of different practices that I don't necessarily personally agree with, but whatever floats your boat, that's your religious freedom. But it was definitely interesting. So I would recommend it if you are into documentaries and or if you haven't seen it. So that's really all I have to say about that. But currently, right now, there's a family that pulled up across the street, and they're looking at this car, but it did look like a shady drug deal for a minute, so it's not, but sure did look like it while Steve was talking about the following, etc., etc. And I was like, yep, there's some shady stuff going on.
It's probably the same people that have been out there. I told her every day. There's been a car broken down across the street for about 3 days, and people show up randomly throughout the day trying to work on it or fix it.
The teenage boy had the keys this time, and he handed it to some dude. Now some dude's looking at it.
But you're not here for us to narrate for you what's happening outside my window.
You wish you could be, because I pretty much get into it, and I can sell it to you.
Let's talk stash enhancement. We do not have a book review for you for this week. We do have something left to review. Cooperative Press just sent us something. It's not necessarily a book. I think it's like a e-zine, or is that what you call them? E-magazine. But we have not had time to give it its full perusal yet to give you a review, so we will do that soon. We don't know when. Maybe next week, maybe not. So we have some stash enhancement. But I was good. I didn't buy anything. So, but technically, Callie's rule isn't broken, and I told her why. So, do you want to go first or me?
You can.
Okay. Callie was so sweet, and she picked up some yarn, some Patton's Quarry, because I've been wanting to try it out. I want the spring maple colorway or maple leaf, but she was like, this Scream Guys colorway, and she is right. My leading man likes the color, so these will be made for him. This is Patton's Croy Socks Stripes in the Rusty Stripes colorway. So, it's got the gold, orange, green, cream, a brown, and a blue. It's got a lot of different colors in there. So, my leading man's like, well, I don't not like it. So, I was like, good, they'll be for you. I noticed there's like, do you see those? I don't know if that's the effect or that was their dyeing.
I don't know.
But I thought that was interesting. I've never tried them. So from what I've heard, it is a little bit of a heavier fingering weight, so we'll see. It might just be dense socks. So thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And then I have a bunch of fiber. When we get fiber in, a lot of times, unfortunately from our company, either when we get to splitting up the braids, the last braid is a little short to sell, or there's a random split, which should not happen in the braids, and so I can't magically put 2 pieces of fiber together to make 4 ounces. So we have a bunch of leftover fiber that we've been accumulating and saying, oh, we're going to dye that when we have time, and we just never have time. But my leader man's like, I'm going to start doing this, one a night, one every other night, and get it out of here, and you're going to be adding a lot of fiber to your stash. So, and don't worry, the company always fixes it. If we catch it in time, we let them know, and they say keep, what you have, and we'll send you new stuff. But, so he dyed up 3 things this week, and there's a 4th one drying in the basement, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. Quite literally. So the first thing, and these are not repeatable colorways, as of right now. He just randomly has fun with dye. And he didn't even braid them, because Andy can't braid fiber. That's one. I suck at scanning yarn. He can't braid fiber, so we all have something. So he just wound it like this. And this is 3.1 ounces of Cheviot. As you know, we got Cheviot in, so I thought that was kind of cool. This is pretty, with the random green in it. So, excuse me. I've got some Cheviot. It's already been added to the stash, so I can put it in my overflowing bins of fiber behind me. Can't see them, I'm always in the way of them usually. And then he did 2 semi-solids because we had a little bit over 2 ounces of each, and I made them into 2-ounce bumps of fiber. And these are 2 semi-solids and 2 new colorways that we have coming out. I don't know if I've had them come out yet, but this is 2.3 ounces of Polworth, and this is in a new blue we have that we're calling Dreamweaver. There'll be some yarn coming out in that soon. And then I have a hot mess below me. 2.2 ounces of BFL Silk, and this is in a new green. I know, we need another green, right? This is called Swamp Thing. And so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to spin these and then ply them together. And so I thought maybe when it's done I'll call it like a Dream Weaving Swamp Thing, or...
It makes me think of the Muppets.
Or a Swamp Thing Weaving Dreams, I don't know. So, that's that. That's just the tip of the iceberg. But he's been having fun experimenting. Like yesterday, he dyed in the braid. He braided it up, or I braided it up, and he dyed in the braid and did some weird stuff with it. He's having fun with it. But that's all my stash and hand spent this week.
Cool. So Steve says it doesn't count. 'Cause
no, I lie. Sorry, there's another braid of fiber.
I got time.
I got 3.1 ounces of Superwash Merino. This doesn't have a colorway name. This is another Director's and Church.
I really like that.
It's kind of like that somewhere, but lighter shades of everything, so... Yeah. So, it's all floofy. This Superwash Merino is like super floofy. But... So, I'm done now. That's only, 4 new fibers. Now you can go.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait! No.
See what I have to put up with? So Steve said this doesn't count because it's his stuff, so it shouldn't count in my stash.
Well, when you come over every week, granted you're good at the yarn store, but I mean, my stuff's pretty irresistible. And you come over every week and you're usually pretty good about it.
Yeah, I am. So I did pick up a skein of OMG Squee and the Show Stealer. It's 80% merino, or superwash merino, 10% cashmere and 10% nylon. So.
And you can see compared to mine, there's no white in there.
Correct.
So.
Good stuff.
She likes her Show Stealer.
I do. I do. And I may have gotten another skein of something else. It's in the mail. If you follow me on Instagram, you will already have known that I have bought the, I believe the book is called Home and Away, and it is by a wonderful person. Anne Hansen, maybe? In Memento. But anyways, I bought the book, and I love all of the sweaters that are in said book, and I was like, well, you know, it'd be real great if I could, you know, maybe make a sweater. Hannah Fettig, sorry. It's by Hannah Fettig. And Quince & Co. is selling the book through their website. I'm not for sure, to be honest, if they are selling it elsewhere. I would imagine they are, but I don't know if Quince has the rights for a while, since the book features all of Quince & Co. yarn. And so I bought a skein of Owl for one of the patterns. It's Georgetown, and I really, really like it. I did buy the print and digital version. In fact, I think that's the only way you can buy it through Quince & Co. So they should be mailing that this week, and I'm really excited to review it. I pretty much have read it when I bought it when I was on lunch breaks and that kind of thing, so I really enjoy it, and I think it's definitely a classic, timeless book to have in your collection. They have patterns for all of the sweaters in two different methods of construction. One is seamless and one is in pieces, so that alone is pretty great. There are a limited number of patterns, but there is a wide range of sizes, so I think that's great. And yes, all of the yarn that's used in the book is used with Quince & Co. and they're a great yarn, but if you have something else comparable in your stash, I would say, you know, use it. But I'm very excited, and I can't wait until I have the print copy to review on the show. So I'm looking forward to that. And the Owl is a 50-50 blend of superwash merino and alpaca, so it's going to be hella warm.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So we'll see. There's a lot of cardies and sweaters. So there's one vest pattern and a hat pattern, I believe. So there's not a whole lot of difference. You know, like, there's no male garments, there's no, like, kids patterns, but I think it's definitely one to add to your stash of books. So. Nice.
A round of applause this week. We want to talk about our lace knit along. Kelly, you're back. You get to talk about it.
Yes. So our lace knit along started on April 1 and will finish June 30th. And we will draw for prizes at the next time we podcast after that. So it can be any type of lace, as long as there's like some knit twos, yarn over, things like that. It can be very basic, from a headband all the way up to an even star. So whatever floats your boat, just go for it. If you have questions, we have a chatter thread open, and we've been really good about answering questions pretty quickly. If I don't answer them, Steve does. Yes, one finished object per post in the thread. We will have fantabulous prizes as well.
If you use any base of Leading Men Fiber Arts, you can post your entry twice in the FO No Chatter thread to get 2 entries into the drawing. You can knit as many projects as you would like in that time frame. Cool. And you must be a member of the group.
Yep. So I will say this, just because May feels like it's already halfway over, because it will be next Friday, or this Friday, I should say. So with that in mind, June will be the final month for this cowl, but thinking ahead, just in case if you want to pattern shop or price shop for different sweater quantities, our next thing will run from July, August, and September. I think we added October in there. Anyways,
It's July, August, September, October. Yes. It's 4 months.
Yes. And then, so, just so you are well aware, we are going to be doing the sweater cal for that. So if you would like to start, like I said, pattern shopping or sweater quantity shopping, there's a lot of great festivals and events coming up this summer. Just keep that in the back of your mind. And we will also have lovely prizes for that. So
Must be an adult size sweater.
Yes.
No kitty sweaters, please. All right, we have a drawing. Last week I reviewed Defarge Does Shakespeare, put out by Cooperative Press and design, or I don't remember the author off the top of my head, I'm sorry. Anyway, we locked the thread before recording, and we need to draw for that winner. We had 2 through 34, and that was by Heather Ordover. It was edited by her, I should say. And let me get the random number generator up on the iPad. Two through 34. Callie's gonna hit generate. It is number 9. Number 9, you are the winner.
Yay, congratulations.
And that, excuse me, is Mary Reads a Lot. And she liked the Lady M, and that's Mary from Idaho. So congratulations, Mary. Please get in contact with me. Please get in Kentucky with me. Please get in contact with me, Dramatic Knits on Ravelry, and let me know you're aware that you won. Just say, yay, I'm so excited I won. And then I will email our contact person through Cooperative Press, and they will gift you a copy of the book. So congratulations, and thank you to everyone who entered. If you liked a lot of the patterns, I would get it. I would just get it. You know, in the theater side of me, Shakespeare. Come on. Alright, Mary Reads a Lot. Awesome. We do want to remind you to enter all your finished objects into the May 2015 Race to the Finished Object contest. We have 2 wonderful prizes, the first being another medium project bag from the Silver Shed USA, but it's not just any medium project bag.
Oh, no.
It is a Dramatic Knits project bag.
Yes.
And we have a wonderful, our second prize is a pattern from our featured designer, who is Sarah Bernhardt Abram, who is Sarah Bear Crafts on Ravelry. I'll be linking to, or I think I've already linked to her patterns in our show notes, which can be found at dramaticknits.com. So anything you finish this month can be started whenever. You post a picture of that finished object. You can post as many finished objects as you finish in that month. It doesn't matter what yarn you use, even if it's Leading Men Fiber Arts, you still only get 1 entry per finished object, and we will randomly draw the first episode in June. Must be a member of the group as well. I think that's it for our regularly scheduled show, so if you leave us now and you're not interested in all things Leading Men Fiber Arts, we'll see you next week, probably next Sunday. Tends to be our new recording day. But here we go, center stage. Alright, I do want to remind you about the Thank You Sarah pattern by Heidi Nick. If you order any skein of fingering weight, I know I said Showstopper last week. If you order any skein, because I've had people order Spotlight and stuff, they wanted to use that for socks and ask me, that's fine. Any skein of fingering weight that you plan to knit the socks out of, then you just need to put, if you order it through Leading Men Fiber Arts, in notes to seller, just put, can I get a copy of Thank You Sarah? And then I will email you with your coupon code. So again, here is the pattern. I'm trying to get good lighting. That's about as good as you're going to get. But it's got this wonderful cable and twisted stitches, and it's got even patterning down the leg. But yeah, so that's exciting. I don't know why this isn't scrolling. Anyway, so if you order any skein of fingering weight that you want to use for the Thank You Sarah pattern, just ask me in notes. I've got 16 coupon codes. I think only 4 of them have been claimed so far this week, so I will keep reminding you until there are no more left. I had 20 to begin with, so I have 16 left. So, and I want to thank Heidi again for donating those patterns to Leading Men Fiber Arts. Alright, OMG Squee pre-orders are over. Boy, you guys sure do like a rainbow. I knew you would, but boy, do you like a rainbow. I think I should be done with all the dyeing of pre-orders in the next 2 to 4 days. And it's got to dry, reskein, ship out, and all that. So I'm trying to stay on top of it as best I can. But like I said, I can only get about 4 skeins done a day unless I feel like breaking my back. So I tend to do 1 set of them a day to get them done. And it's time intensive. It is. But it's pretty. And I hope you guys will enjoy it. So all of you who got in on it. There are a few random skeins up on bases that we did not sell out of what we already had dyed up. And there may be a few more popping up here and there. You know, I think I might have 1 extra show stealer going up sometime soon. So, we'll see. Alright, what's been dyed up and updated?
That's not Steve's fiber.
It's not my fiber. Oh, throw it all over there and clean up later.
Oh,
Dog behind me?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Did he move?
Ernesto. Ernesto.
I don't want to roll over him. Okay, so I think I've updated almost every day this week with 2 fiber and 2 yarns. As promised, we have a whole new line of semi-solids coming out, so we've been having fun naming those. Just last night I updated 2 new ones. So this is on our Spotlight base, which is 80% superwash BFL, 20% nylon, 400 yards, fingering weight. This is a new pink called Stage Kiss, and it is not that vibrant.
It's like the dusty rose.
Yes. So.
It's beautiful.
It's called Stage Kiss. And then this one is on Spotlight. It's called Fishbowl. That's kind of true. It's a little more turquoise, I'd say. So, those are 2 new ones. And another new one, this is on our callback base, which is Sport Weight 100% Superwash Merino, 328 yards. This is called Vengeance. It's similar to Eternal Kiss, and I may be playing around with lightening the intensity next time I dye it, but I think there's 4 skeins of this up in the shop. And let's just show you, no, let's not.
There's a box here.
Yeah.
Not a tub. A box.
Here's the other new colorway I've updated this week. This is on Showstopper, which is a 75-25 Superwash Merino Nylon, 463 yards. We're calling this Barbie's Nighty. That's pretty. It's in the purplish pink. It's looking very pink there, but it's got a little bit of purple to it. Check out the photographs on the shop.
The best way I can describe it is if you grew up in the 80s or 90s, it's that pink magenta-ness going on.
Alright, on Fiber, on Superwash Merino, we have a director's interpretation. There are 2 of these. Andy decided to have fun while dyeing Fiber for the shop for YarnCon, and we did not want to keep this as a regular colorway, but there are 2 of those. This is on 75% BFL, 25% silk, and I also have a braid of it on Pullwork. This is Bahama Mama. And BFL silk is new to the shop. So, it's a little bit more. It retails for $24. But that BFL silk, and I just got done spinning up the same blend. Fiber notes, it's really nice. On BFL silk as well, we have 2 braids of Steve and Andy. Our 2 favorite colors put together, and voila, you get the colorway. On Cordale, we have Avery. It's named after our niece. On Cheviot, we have Shot in the Dark. On Corydale, we have Country Road. On Superwash BFL, we have No Good Deed. And last fiber for this week, on BFL Silk, we have Thus With a Kiss I Die. So that's a bunch of fiber in the shop. All right, what else do we got? On Showcase, which is 100% superwash merino, 490 yards, fingering weight, light fingering weight. We have Darkest Hour, which is black. And then we also did, on Showcase, Royalty. And I did this actually to have a sample knitter knit up the Galaxy mittens that were designed out of our Showcase base in they're colorwork mittens. So I'm having a set of those knit up by Bunnyfish. So you may see them on her podcast. She is sample knitting for me. Sorry, it's in your bag. And then a couple more. We also have Royalty on Ghostlight, which is our lace weight. 80% superfine merino, 20% silk, 875 yards. You can see, I can't because my screensaver just came on. The silk takes things up much lighter, we know this, but you can see the difference here. So, and then on Ghostlight as well, we have Copper Cloud. On Spotlight, we have Emerald City. I haven't done this one up in a while. And then two more. On Showcase, we have a skein of 911 Butterfly. And then last but not least, we had some Show Stealer, our MCN blend in Poseidon. So, stay tuned. I should be updating every night a couple of skeins and a couple of braids of fiber. We've got a good, decent backstock of fiber, and we're gaining skeins of yarn. But some people should just say, Andy's like, you should just do a big update and get rid of it all. I'm like, it takes a lot of time. I'd rather just do a small quantity every night rather than sit there and photograph a whole bunch of stuff and then upload. I don't know. So, is what it is. But definitely check out the shop, leadingmenfiberarts.bigcartel.com. You can follow our Facebook group or follow me on Instagram, Leading Men Fiber Arts, to stay up to date on all things Leading Men Fiber Arts. There's also a Ravelry group for the shop as well. But you should join our Ravelry group for the show, Dramatic Knits, one word, video podcast group on Ravelry. Come join us over there. You can join in on all the contests and fun and wonderful conversation over there. And if you're watching on iTunes, please leave a star rating or a written review. Don't forget, you can also watch us on YouTube as well, or watch us through our website, dramaticknits.com. Obviously, you're watching us one of those places. And do you have anything to add, dear?
Nope. Hope you guys all have a great week ahead of you.
And until next week,
we hope you
knit something dramatic.